to tonight's team call. Yes, Greg's being recorded. Thanks, Greg.
Yes.
And so if we've got 23 soon, probably 30, 40 people on this call here shortly. So welcome. And Tuesday night is a new format we started 2 weeks ago to help you who are brand new and those of you who are bringing new people into the fold. And we just want that to continue to grow and grow. We want to help onboard you so that you can galley gates quickly and successfully. And also is designed so that each of us who are sponsoring people, including yourself, it redeems the time for you, because now we can help you by batching everybody together, if you will, to be able to plug them in to a proper onboarding. And tonight, Greg and Mena are going to walk us through that process. And before we do that, we're going to also, we love to open up, usually a meeting like this happens in 3 pieces. The first, we want to celebrate just the growth and the wins of those who are hitting manager and director and so on. And I think we have at least 9 of them tonight. We'll be celebrating 7 managers, 2 directors just in the last week. And those who are new, you'll begin to realize that's significant to what God's favor looks like in our organization. And so, and we believe in God's favor for you as well. So we have that, that's the first part. The second is usually we'll try to bring someone who's got just an amazing testimony from the past, because, hey, we're all initially on board with this opportunity because of this amazing past that we believe socially as a responsibility, we believe everybody should be wearing. Right. And then thirdly, then we'll get into the onboarding process and take you through what it takes to get situated. And I tell you, I remember when I first came in 19 months ago, we didn't have an onboarding process. And man, I tell you, I fumbled and it was just amazing how we even got successful not having this. And I'm so excited for you, because this is going to give you the ability to succeed much more rapidly, in your endeavors with this amazing opportunity with your business partner with us. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Greg and Mena and let them run the rest of the meeting. And then we'll run from there. And hey, just by the way, if you don't know who I am, my wife Dinah and I are Ken and Dinah Burke, and we just discovered we're going to have our 10th grandbaby. So, which is absolutely amazing. So that's now we're in 2 patches, just kidding. So if you ever saw my wife, you'll say, you look at, she is too young to be having 10 grandkids. And that's a blessing for me. 32 years of marriage, 5 children grown out the door, 4 married, and now 10 grandbabies. And Brittany, who's on this call, she's the one who's pregnant with our 4th. And so we're believing for a boy. For her and for Steven. So way to go, Brittany. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know, but we just did. Hey, we're all family here, right? And so, and the frustrating thing is, she's not on the patch now because we're pregnant, because there's no testing. And so she went from feeling awesome to now knowing what it feels like not being on the patch. And so we're just praying that she can dial everything else in to help carry her until she gets back on the patch again. And but we're proud of you, Brittany, and so excited for you, honey. And then also, just on a quick side note, for those who are new, my wife and I, we work 60 hours a week, run a whole nother company. And yet, by God's favor, and this can happen for you, this is why we're sharing, that you can hit the highest level in this business, still maintain whatever else you want to do outside of it. And so it's just the power of this. And that's why we're doing this batch call tonight. It's another way to redeem time. So welcome. And Greg and Mena were my dear friends, and we sponsored them early on. And they recently hit the 2nd highest rank in this company. And now they're on their way to hit the highest. And with Josh Quick on our heels and a few other people coming up behind. So we're super excited for you. And so without any further ado, Greg and Mena, I want you to take it away, and look forward to an amazing meeting that's going to happen here over the next 40 minutes or so.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, congratulations, Brittany. That's awesome. We talk about family, friends and family, but it's awesome to be able to have you part of this. And again, Ken told me earlier today, and I didn't know exactly who, but I'm so glad it's you. And it's amazing how God's blessing you guys. And we love Ken and Diana. They're absolutely amazing. So we're going to share some things the main thing we want to recognize some people, but the very first thing I want to do is kind of like maybe share a little bit about what a manager is and basically what a director is, because we're going to be recognizing these two tonight, which is pretty awesome.
So just very briefly, for those of you who don't know, a manager is someone who gets signed into the business at a gold package, and then assigns 2 silvers or above on the right and 2 silvers or above on the left. And those all 4 of those have to stay active in order for them to rank manager. So it's pretty much just finding 4 people, 4 of your friends that you want a vacation with, and make sure they stay active. Then what you do is you help those people to get director done. So they actually duplicate what you've already done with them. So you help one person on the right, on the left, on my left, go manager, and one person on the right go manager, and then you are a director. And as long as all those, and you have to add 1 more silver or above on either side. So this evening we are going to recognize some new managers and also some new directors, some of whom are sleeping right now because they are in other countries, but that's okay. We still recognize them and applaud them for going managers first. So we're going to start with
Josh is going to help us out with this because
Josh.
we've got a lot of people on Josh's team too. So the very first one, we got someone here that Josh, if you want to say who's going to be kind of announcing who's partnering or working with Jeff.
Yeah, we'll do so. And also just from housekeeping thing, kind of what we're going to be doing going forward. We are breaking so many managers every single week. We're not going to have every manager kind of give their testimony going forward. But we're going to have the sponsor kind of talk about them for 30 seconds. And then when you hit director and hire, we want to hear your story. So for Jeff, I want to introduce Sherry real quick, just to give a quick little 30 seconds on Jeff.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jeff ended up making it tonight, but Jeff and I worked together. Well, we met through a mastermind. So he actually lives in Wisconsin and I'm here in St. Louis. And I reached out to share not just the product, but the business opportunity, because Jeff is very business minded and he jumped on this. And I feel like it was about 10 days. We talked several times, but I feel like it was in 10 days that he was like, wow, this feels great. I feel great energy. When I do this or that, it doesn't make my back hurt any longer or my knee hurt. He had a couple of things that he talked about. He says, but this is fantastic. And so then he just went gangbusters and he signed up some family who also was very interested in the product and the business. And so, I mean, Jeff is just, he's teaching me things because he watches everything, reads everything, and he's telling me things that are helping in the business. So Jeff is on fire and he will be director very quickly. So
all right, awesome. Congratulations.
Yep.
And I think the next 3 are for Mena.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to be introducing to you new manager, Maxime Cambry, and he is out of Mallorca, Spain. He got off to a slow start, but very quickly realized, hey, you know what, he's got to hit the ranks in order to make this happen. And his little boy had a great result with the product. And so he recently ranked manager. We're super excited. Sleeping now in Spain. Christina Nordstrom, also manager. She's in Sweden. And she loved the product straight away. She understands healing and naturally holistic healing. And Christina went manager in about 2 weeks and is on her way to director. And all these people are looking to go to the one incentive trip in Morocco. So they're pretty excited about that. And then we have Rob and Lisa. They are going to introduce our next manager. Rob and Lisa are personally sponsored by us, and they will introduce next manager. So if you guys want to unmute and just come on and
talk about Christine.
All right.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi. We have Gary and Christine Sierra Mataro that were sponsored by Jamie Patinella.
And Christine wasn't all that excited.
She wasn't.
About the business side of it. But she got such amazing results in such a short time that in less than a week, she couldn't help share it with everybody within speaking distance. And so she went manager in just about a week.
That's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the next person, I got hand it back up to Josh.
Okay, I don't know if Dr. Amy Wicks is on here. Amy, are you on?
I didn't see her.
I haven't seen her.
I
no.
didn't see her either. So when Dr. Amy Wicks signed up here in St. Louis, she said, "Hey, I'm going to share this with my patients, but I don't think anybody's going to want to do this as a business." And now she's signed up almost 50 people, and people are coming out of the woodwork saying, "This is amazing. I need to share it with other people, and I want to make some money with it too." So now she's breaking managers left and right. She's going to be a director pretty soon. So congratulations, Deborah Starnes, on here for hitting manager. So I'm really proud of you.
Yep.
And the next one here, I think we have, this is a very exciting one. I got to meet this gentleman in Chuck and Diane's house, and his story was outstanding. So I'm going to let, I think I've seen Diane on here, Diane Williams, kind of tell the story of Joe Finn.
Joe Finn, this is
Oh, hey,
Diane
Joe.
with a Chuck voice.
Hey,
Joe Finn was my first guy that I shared this with. I had no intention of doing this as a business at that time. I just mentioned the word stem cells. He said, "I got to know more." I said, "I don't know anymore. Talk to Josh." An hour later, Josh called and said, "You got a new diamond." And I'm like, "Seriously, what's a diamond?" Joe is going to be phenomenal in this business. And I wish you would let him talk, because he's got a phenomenal product story that everybody's going to want to hear. But Joe will quickly be a director. And if he don't get to talk tonight, he'll talk soon, because he is tearing it up. He's on fire. So Joe, we're really proud of you. Joe Finn.
Absolutely. So next, as soon as you go director, Joe will definitely want to do that. So speaking of directors, so I don't know, Sherry, you're on here again. You just broke a new director. So if you want to introduce this amazing couple, that would be amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Sandra Holtmeyer. She was outside of my family, the very first person I shared this with, because we're very close in business. And Sandra's amazing in all different ways. And she jumped right in and has and she's going to the top. I have no doubt. Sandra's wonderful at our other job, and she will be she is wonderful at sharing this product, and we'll go all the way up. So.
And is Sandra on where she can say a few words? Because I'd like to hear
She
what
is.
she's excited about.
She
Great.
is.
So Sandra, we'd love to hear from you real quick.
Thank you.
Hey.
Sherry and I are very good friends, so it's great that we've each introduced each other to a new business now over the last few years. But yeah, as soon as I heard about the product in her house, she had a home meeting and Josh was there. I'm like, sign me up. And I didn't intend to start the business as a business. I just wanted my knee to feel better. And after a week, I'm like, what the heck is this? What do I do? So I can't talk to people quick enough. Sherry and I were talking about it earlier on the phone. Like, I have 4,000 contacts in my phone, so it's going to take a little while to get through all of them, but I love sharing the product. It sells itself. I have 2 managers that are growing and hopefully more. So I really am learning that I need to pinpoint who the leaders are and help develop them, because that's how we're all growing. And it really is much simpler. I can't believe how quick I hit director, really. And it feels easy now. Like, getting to manager felt harder than getting to director. So, but I love the team, and thank you for all your support. It was great to meet you guys in person here last week in St. Louis. So thank you for coming. Thank you for all the support. I mean, it really just makes this business easy.
Congratulations. You're awesome. Can't wait to see you
Thank
soon.
you.
We'll see you in a couple days.
Thursday.
Yes.
More
I'm
fun
packing.
time together.
Yay.
Yes, absolutely. And then last but not
So,
least,
Yeah, so I'm going to introduce a new director out of Spain,
Mm.
Anna Hughes Cambry from Mallorca, Spain, and she's just an absolute blessing to work with. She has been relentless. She loves the business, loves helping people. She does RTT therapy, and she just really, her whole thing is everybody's going to win in this. And so, even when she hit director, she said, everybody's going to the top with me. So her thing is, we win together, and she wants everyone to experience the product, got a heart and a passion for people. And I absolutely love working with her. So I'm so proud of her. And soon she'll be senior director.
yeah, she was on our meeting yesterday that we do for South Africa. She got a chance to speak, and she's super excited about what's going on and looking forward to growing the business in a big way. That's awesome. It is. So great. So what I want you to do is picture yourself there. So we're going to director, because that is one thing we really want to stretch people to do, because again, becoming a manager is phenomenal. It's the first step, but moving up from there is obviously huge, and moving up from there makes a big difference. So I'm going to kick it back to Josh, because we're going to talk a little bit about the new incentive trip, and Josh and Paula got a chance to join us on the last one. So Josh, you want to talk a little bit more about this trip, and I'm going to flip through a couple different pictures here.
Yeah, sure. So as you see here, I'm kind of still doing some work stuff right now in my dress clothes, but it's been a little bit of a stressful week. So I'm actually on Travelocity.com, and I found actually a decent deal here. Round trip from St. Louis for 2 people to stay at the Hard Rock Hotel is $4,134. Yes, I'm going to pick the excursions. That's $400 more, and yes, we need to get there and back, so that's $100. All right, so $4,634 total. Why does it keep saying 0? Why does it say 0? I'll tell you why. I'm not wearing a freaking dress shirt. I got my Hawaiian shirt on. I'm ready to go. I'm not disappointing this crowd. Heck no, I'm not. Yeah, we're going to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, in November. I've already taken the vacation time from work. I tell you, we got a chance to go to what was it, 3 weeks ago, down to Cancun and meet some awesome people for free, $0. And I'll tell you, when this contest started for Cancun, I didn't even mess with it for like 4 weeks. I'm like, well, that was stupid. And now they've got such a great tracker. And I'm telling you, for somebody who's been through this tracker last time, this is way easier to get there. So I'm telling you, this is a great looking place. There's some pictures of it here on the beach here, all inclusive, family friendly. And it is just a gorgeous spot. But I'm telling you, not only is it awesome, but the people that you're going to be around, we're going to take over that place. We are going to take it over. I'll tell you right now, I went on there literally to Travelocity. You cannot book that date anymore on Travelocity for that hotel, because they know what's about to happen with us. So I think the next couple slides here, we've got a tracker of, look at that. That is pretty. So this is what the tracker looks like. There's a QR code. If you do not have this tracker yet, I would ask you to scan that. I have shared it with a lot of people, kind of my version of it that you can, that is user friendly, but print this thing out and start working on it. This thing started yesterday, and we have 18 freaking weeks to make this happen. That is such a slam dunk, easy thing to do. And look at these pretty people out there. See these guys? Where's Greg and Meta? They're over here somewhere. I don't know. There's me. There's Paul. I don't know how. There's Greg and Meta. I don't know how we already got on the beach, but we did. See, they already know we're going to hit it. So I'm telling you guys, it is such a blast. So look at this. I have a guy that I shared this with. He's been in the organization for a little while. And yesterday I said, hey, let's do a quick call. Let me show you how this Punta Cana thing works. He goes, I want to go to Punta Cana. Signed up a silver today because he wanted to get some points to get going because he wants a free vacation. So I'm telling you, this is so simple, but get started now and help your people, because there's so many points you can win by helping your people get to Punta Cana. So give it back to you.
Awesome, Josh. I knew you would have something behind you or something else. I'm thinking, there's nobody's going to wear a shirt like that. That's awesome. So that is fantastic. So again, this is a trip that everybody can qualify for. If you're brand new, or once again, just been in business for a little while, you can qualify. And again, the qualifications are all basically being released, and definitely we'll talk more about that specifically. But I want to basically talk a little bit more about now this onboarding that we're doing. So once again, for everybody who's on here, some of you have been onboarded and some of you, most of us have not. So we put together, based upon actually some training that was done several weeks ago, talking about, once again, this is it team. So if you don't have this checklist, scan that right now. It'll come up with, I put it on the Google Doc, so you can actually have that. I'm going to run through each of these things individually, talking about the importance of this. The most important thing is we're just going to highlight it, but this is what you want to start checking off over the next several weeks. You want to start going through each of these things, say, yes, I did that, check. Next, I did that, next, and being accountable to the people that are talking to you about this. This is a game changer because we want people to get started correctly, because a lot of times people get started and they don't know what to do. We're just like, get on the Zooms, do this, do that. But if we give them the system, The system is the secret to your success. You follow that system, you will only get success. And that's what we're going to talk about. So once again, we're going to start going to this is a team. I'm going to break down some of these different things. But the most important part to this is understanding what you want to go through with people initially. So today we're going to go through everyone here today. There's some brand new people on, and we're going to make sure that you want to go through this. If you don't have the tracker in front of you, I'm going to keep on referring back to it, but I want you to understand this is something that's very, very, very important. So what I'm going to stop sharing this real quick, and I'm going to open up now. What I did is I actually have everything set up on my, there we go. Everything's set up actually on Google Chrome. So I have basically the checklist right here in front of me here. So I'm going to keep on reverting back to this, but we're going to talk about each of these things specifically. If you notice, the very first thing on here is the Believe This Is It conference. This is the most important thing you can do today. Meaning, as far as you said, hey, what do I need to do to get started? What would you recommend that I do? Before you make a list, before you write different things down, register for this conference. Once again, you can go to thisisitconvention.com. This conference is amazing. I want my wife to maybe share for a minute, just talk about how important these conventions are, because again, it's absolutely critical to understand how important these things are.
Well, you know, if we don't go, then we don't grow. And our mentors always said, you know, you got to go to grow. And the one thing is we actually grow from convention to convention. But the exciting thing is that we don't do this alone. We do it with our team. We all do it together because the momentum is happening. And we know from the last conference, the This Is It conference that was held in Tampa in August of last year. Oh my goodness, absolutely every person that attended that convention with us has gone to the next level and beyond because of the excitement that is in the pavilion, the excitement that is going to be in the room at Believe This Is It convention. You're not going to be able to duplicate that by telling your friend what happened. It's going to have to happen with your butts in the seat, and bring your friends. Let them come along with you because we all want to learn together. There's power in that.
Absolutely. And so in here, if you notice, it says, you know, sign up for the conference. That's the first thing you want to do. So once again, go to This Is It Convention and sign up for the conference. Again, there's all kinds of packages available. You can buy an individual ticket, but if you stay at the resort, that's what you want to do. But commit to bring 10 people with you. Say, I'm bringing 10 people with me minimum. Some people are saying, I'm bringing 20, I'm bringing 50. Somebody on here, I think his name's Chuck, said, I'm bringing a busload. So that's exactly what he said. So I said, that's what we recommend. So once again, even tonight, if you haven't registered yet, talk to the person who brought you into the business more about that and get registered for it. All you have to do is put a deposit down. You don't have to even pay for the whole thing right away. The second thing that we're going to talk about is briefly discuss how we use the product website, thisisitinfo.com. So This Is It Info is the best site that we use specifically to share the information with people. So when you get questions, when you have information, you can answer maybe a little bit. You say, but you tell you what I'd like to do is send you this information talking about the website. And what I always highlight, and everybody can do it differently, but I always say what you want to do is take a look at the first couple of videos, but the first couple of videos are only a few minutes long, the first two videos. And then if you go down a little bit further, you want to watch once again, the third video, because you want to instruct people on what they need to see. And then again, they can do a shallow dive or a deep dive. Brand new people, you definitely want to know this website, know what it is, and make sure you understand that also up here, you've got the home, you've got the patents and other stuff, and then you got also the testimonials. So you want to make sure that you start going through the testimonials. So when someone says, well, does this help with neuromuscular? What about, back issues or, spine improvement or things? What about, people with asthma or things? You can go through here and start sharing these things, and they're adding more and more testimonies. So you definitely want to do that. As you get testimonies, we want to hear, testimonies, from you. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is, once again, the actual onboarding for the This Is It team website. So once again, the very first thing we're saying, watch the first video and review the tabs below to connect to the team Facebook and YouTube. So what we're going to do is actually play the very first video that's actually in here on the onboarding here. And what we're going to do is watch this video and pay attention to this. It's only about a 3.5, 4 minute video, but you definitely want to learn from them, because Sarah and Devin are the ones that put together this whole checklist. And we want to make sure that you're following this whole onboarding process.
Hey, this is Sarah Robinson, and welcome to the This Is It team onboarding system for your brand new Lifewave business. This onboarding system will help you and your team build quickly from the start. You will hear many experienced leaders say that ignorance on fire is way more powerful than knowledge on ice. When you are a brand new brand partner, you are ignorant to the lingo, back office, how to enroll someone, comp plan, technology, but at the same time, you are fired up about this opportunity and you need to take advantage of that fire. You don't want to kill that fire by giving yourself a laundry list of 400 things that you think you need to learn before you get out there and share this life-changing technology. Getting started correctly and launching your business with the tools and resources necessary, only the tools and resources necessary, nothing else, will help create momentum and help you and your future brand partners build a duplicatable system for years to come. Now, I want to make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper out or you screenshot the next couple of slides, because the first thing that you want to do is you want to connect your team members to our communication platforms and provide them with online resources they need to launch their business. First, you and your team need to be added to the This Is It Team Facebook group page, where you will find training, team building, encouragement, recognition, event information, and from other team members and leaders. You also need to make sure that you and your team subscribe to the This Is It Team YouTube channel. This is where we will post recorded training videos, live stream all of our weekly Zoom meetings. That way, if our Zoom meetings, they get overwhelmed with too many people, you can jump on live on YouTube and you can watch all of the recorded meetings there. Important websites you need to share with your team. First is the product knowledge website, thisisitinfo.com. So many times people will say, hey, send me some more information on your product. This is the information website here. Thisisitinfo.com is a compliant and easy way to share everything there is to know about our one-of-a-kind technology. Next, Team Training and Resource Center. This website is thisisitteam.com. Here is everything you need to know about onboarding, the This Is It system training, leadership training, event information, enrollment forms, self-development, and I can go on and on and on, so much more. Thisisitteam.com is basically your roadmap for success. Next, you want to make sure that you download the InTouch Lifewave app from your smartphone from the store. This is a fast and easy way to enroll your new prospects. Within this app, you will find a really fast, quick, three-step process, three-step enrollment link that you can send to your brand new brand partners. Next, you want to make sure your new people can access their back office. So you're going to send them their website, which is backoffice.lifewave.com. If you enrolled them, you will also give them their username and password. Make sure you follow the next couple of videos to learn very important information on onboarding and getting started the right way.
Awesome. Okay, there we go. Put the video back on here. So as you can see, there's a whole onboarding system that we actually use. And in here, once again, it talks about connecting to that. But again, in here, basically has the whole system in here as far as for the onboarding, welcome to the system team, how to set up an enrollee placement, enroll new brand partner. People say, well, how do I enroll somebody? They actually should go be sent here first. So we want to send you here first so that you watch that. And then when we talk to people, we want to help them do it a couple times. But again, even how to, in through the InTouch app, upgrade kits, the pay portal e-wallet. Someone says, how do I set up my pay portal e-wallet? Send the people to this to actually, once again, to the onboarding tab here. So again, you want to go through all those different ones. Each one has different small little short videos that is absolutely brilliant. They put together the whole system, so it makes it nice and easy. The next thing is you'll notice that again, let's go here. So it says again, for the home screen, you want to scroll down the pro strategy and watch the 4 videos. We're not going to watch the 4 videos, but you want to go to the home screen and show people this, that again, I make sure that people understand that when you keep on scrolling down and down and down and down, it basically then starts talking about the pro strategy. So the pro strategy in here talks about, there's a whole video on here, and then there's 3 separate videos talking about the 3 things that we do. We want to patch people, We want to revisit with them because the fortune's in the follow-up, and then we want to share the opportunity. And each one has their own videos on each of these different things. So the 4 videos we're talking about is this first video explaining the pro strategy and then what each of these different things are. So you're definitely going to want to watch each of these. And those who haven't watched these, even who have been a part of the business for a while, you definitely want to watch this. So the next thing that we do is we once again talk about, we're going to go up to the top here. And the next thing on the checklist talks about Go Manager. So once again, Go Manager, you want to watch the 4 videos. The Go Manager by Monday, we're going to talk about that Manager Monday and basically print off the Fast Track Manager. So we're going to go back to this is it here. We're going to go to the Go Manager tab. And in here, there's 4 separate videos talking about how to go manager, how to then go manager, how to break managers. How do you do that? Because one of them even talks about, becoming a manager making machine. And that's what we really want to do. But down here, you can actually click on the Fast Track to Manager. And actually, this opens up here and you can print this off and fill it in. So this is also in the download section, but this is what we want to make sure as we're working with people, we want to make sure you print these things off so you have them readily available to reference and also fill it out for yourself, because we want to make sure people go, okay, I got already 2 on the right. What do I need? Oh, I need 2 on the left, and make sure you have that too. So again, with that, you want to go through that information. The next thing here is, once again, the 10-step system. This is one of the most important parts of our business, and it's pretty intense. I got a lot of things that are on there, but the one thing that's great is we go back up here, and again, we're just going across here. So the next thing is this is it, 10-step system. We're just going to highlight a couple different things in here, but again, they have, once again, the This Is It system talking about the 10 steps, and each of these things you want to spend some time on. And as you're working with your team, you want to know what your why is. And if I was with you individually, we'd be asking you specifically, what is your why? Set some goals. What are your goals? What do you want to do? Well, I want to go on that trip to Punta Cana. Great. Then the first thing you got to do is book your actually function ticket and get more people there, because that's what's going to get you to Punta Cana, if you understand that. So again, determine your why, set some goals, make some commitments, which is the key we talk about with that, building a list, contacting, inviting, the actual opportunity, visit and follow up, getting started, counsel upline, and duplicate the 10-step pattern. And I know one of the biggest things that we talk to people about, again, is making some commitments. Because again, we want your cooperation, but you also need to make a commitment if you're going to want to build the business. But this all information here is under the 10-step system. So you're going to want to go through each of those things. And then once you've gone through each of those things, check it off. Now you can put even next to them, I completed this one, this one, this one. You can do that too. So the next one in here, and I want Menda to talk more about this, is once again, the Zoom event. So once again, right here, it says Monday, Wednesday, Friday, commit to the Saturday training. So I'm going to have Menda talk a little bit more how the importance of the Zoom event.
Greg, can I interrupt just real quick for a minute
Yeah.
before you start? Just on the 10-step, almost all those videos are like 3 and 4 minutes long. The only one that is like 20 minutes long is the first one. So I don't want you to think that all 10 videos are like, 20 minutes long. They're not. So it's just the first one, determine your why. That's the long one, but the rest of them are like 2, 3, 4 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. So just FYI. Thanks.
Awesome.
Great
Thank
job
you,
so
Jen.
far.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the Zoom events, okay, now, the exciting thing is that we didn't have to know everything about this business or the product, because when we got started, really how we learned was actually tying into every Zoom event that we could. When there was a Zoom on, we made ourselves available. So Monday, we got on the Zoom. On Wednesday, we got on the Zoom. Well, Thursday, we sent our Spanish speaking people to the Zoom. Friday noon, which is 30 minutes. It's packed full of facts, full of information. It's really short and sweet, but it's powerful on a Friday. And then Saturday, the training. And that was how we launched our business. Okay. The exciting thing is that you can have your business building in Australia, in the UK, and you're not having to be there, because they actually do those Zoom meetings for us. So this is something that you can plug your people into, and they're learning while you are busy with your life, or while you're sleeping, So that's the amazing thing. It's already there for us. We don't have to do anything. And honestly, it's like being at a convention, but in your own home. And if you're not getting on the Zooms, you're not learning, you're not growing with the rest of the people, because this is where we get all this information. If you're missing it, and I'm not saying get on every single one, but pick Monday or Wednesday nights. You decide. But Saturday, if you're a leader and you're on here this evening, and you're not making time for the 1 p.m. Eastern Standard on a Saturday, that is where we get the nuts and bolts. You know, you can have all the bricks. We're building with bricks on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday, but then you need the mortar, and that comes in on the Saturday with the nuts and bolts and the training. So put this in your calendar and make sure you get there. Make sure you get your team on as well, because they're gonna grow with you. You don't have to repeat anything when they've been on the Zoom.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have Steve and Gina send out different messages as far as text messages, but still, we always want to make sure we know where to access this. So once again, you go into This Is It team, and then again, go to the Zoom events. But if you said, I want to send one out specifically for Saturday, you can click on Saturday and then click on this little URL here, copy this, and then send it in an email or a text. But in here, when they get it, all they do is click here to join the Zoom, and then basically got the Zoom link down here as well. And again, they always talk about, once again, the YouTube link in here as well. So
and you're going to want to get on Saturday.
Yes.
It's going to be questions and answers where you can actually send your question in, and Mike and Sae and Steve and Gina will answer those questions. So it's going to be kind of interactive. And I think if you have something that you want answered, put it in there and let the pros answer those questions.
Some of the two biggest people in the whole company are basically going to be answering those questions and make a lot of money, and they know the compensation plan, back and forth. So going back to the other thing again, that we go back to the checklist. The last thing we talk about is the downloads. So again, in here, once again, you want the 40 sign up forms. Why? Because we want to build 20 personals, right? 20 personals left. Steve and Gina talk that out all the time. You don't want to just have 20 people on the left and right that are not your personals. You want to build 20 personals right, 20 personals left. But if you go to This Is the team site here, let me close this one out, and you go over to the downloads here, you're going to see this on here on a mobile device. You'll see it also the drop down. You go to downloads, and actually it has all the information in here from all the different things in here. So on here it says to print up the actual sign up forms. So this is actually what you can do. Now you can get Vistaprint or whoever to print them, whoever you want, or you just print them yourself, but you want to have 40 yourself, because if you say, I'm committed to actually getting to the senior director level, this is what's going to take. The second part of that says a Punta Cana tracker. So once again, in here, what Josh was talking about, actually it's got the tracker right here. So you can actually download the tracker and actually print this off right from here. I had it actually set up so you can actually do from there. But if you said, hey, I didn't get the QR code, you go right here to the downloads to be able to get that. And then the other thing that it talks about here is download the opportunity slides. So how you do that is it says opportunity slides. You want to click on download here. It takes you to actually your Dropbox, and in here it's got the different things that are in here. So once again, how to put in the posts. It's got the This Is It slides. It's got the other things here. So right again, here is the one, I believe. No, that's not it. Sorry, this is the only part that I should have had queued up. But actually, sorry, here. So This Is It team slides right here that basically have the different ones here. So once again, this is the PowerPoint, both in English and in Spanish. And the other one that's actually basically going to be in actually a PDF version that you can download right on your phone. But when you actually click on this and open this up, then when you open it up, you can save this and download it. So it's basically a PDF that has all the information directly in there. So that's one thing you want to do. Every presentation is on there. They updated this back in March, and it's the same one that we use for all these different things. And of course, the last thing is, once again, revisit the follow-up list. Now, the follow-up list is right here. This is something that we use once again, we got a names list. As you're talking to people, you're going to want to write down the names of the people that you've been talking to so you can follow up with them. Once you talk about, we want to patch, and we want to revisit, and then obviously talk to them about the opportunity. So the revisit, you're going to put the names in here as you're doing this. And normally we tell people you want to talk to 3 new people a day, 3 to 5 people. Sometimes people do more than that, but I said minimum 3 to 5 people per day, and follow up with 3 to 5 people a day. I said, depending on your speed, you pick the number. But again, you want to be consistent with this every single day. So when you start going through this and start adding names and everything else here, you can start following people. And then, did they get the This Is It info? Did you get patched? Did you, once again, did they watch the doctor's video? Did they get the Zoom invite? Did you introduce them to your basic team? So those are the things that we want to do to help people get started. So this checklist specifically is so that you can implement this whole system, this pro strategy. So what you're going to want to do is print this off, start going through these different things, and start checking these things off and talking to the people that you're working with, the person that brought you in, working with the person that's working with them to help you start going through these things to help you get started correctly as we're talking to people. So you build your confidence, and also want to bring other people to this Zoom and also be able to onboard them in case case they can't make it on Tuesday, you can have the sheet right with you, talking to them, check by check by check, or get onto, once again, a Zoom with them and start going through exactly what we just went through with you. So again, we're done with this part here. We wanted to be done in 40 minutes. It is now 40
Josh,
minutes.
wanted to say
And yes, and so I know there's gonna be questions and different things we want to do here. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I said, Josh, you said you had something you want to share. So please do.
Yeah, very, very quickly. If you guys have not seen this book, it's called Only Believe by Danny McDaniels. Again, he's made, more than $40 million in the industry. We get to meet him again, this week. So that's exciting. But this Zoom here, think about this. We have 44 people on this Zoom here. The reason people are on here is because you've onboarded people and you're bringing people on here to get them started right. So this is not a Zoom every Tuesday. We just want everybody to come to it every Tuesday. This is set up that you bring people here that you just put in the business. So as soon as you sign them up, what's my next step? The next step is make sure you are ready. Your schedule is free Tuesday night, because we have a Zoom that we're going to help you launch perfectly. So because we're going to go over the same type of stuff. But I want to give you two quick things from this book here on the chapter where it says it's build the city. The first one says, when you want to take the city, you must be unselfish. Your role is to provide structure for the entire distributor base in that local area, right? So that's kind of one of the things that we're trying to do here, is make sure that everybody is on the right page. We're doing the Zooms in and outside of what Steve and Gina Mary are doing to make sure we're doing that. Some of us are doing the in-person one, but listen to this. I read this last night and I highlighted it. One of the main reasons people fail in this business is because they don't attend a basic training quickly enough. Consequently, they go out and talk to a few friends and family members without training, get rejected, and then quit trying and move forward and don't move forward with this business. So it is so important to get people going on the right way. Think of the way you started, right? Some of us, me, didn't get started for 3 months. Didn't do it the right way. So the people that you're introducing, I would just highly recommend bringing them on a Tuesday to get them launching very quickly. Thanks.
100% agree. Yep. So now we want to actually open up for questions. I know, Ken, did you want something you wanted to share just real quick?
Yeah, I did. Thanks. I kind of read my face here in the dark. Yeah, I just want to let everybody know on this call that first of all, I'm so proud of Greg and Josh and how you guys and Manna just pulling off this wonderful flow of onboarding tonight. Great job. And then for everybody else on the call, just to let you know, if you don't know this, because you're new, we have an event that actually we had like 20 people earn as far as them and their spouses together, called Destination Director. And this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be basing Navarre Beach, the Destin area of Florida. And we're going to do more of these things in the future to help you run to director, run to higher levels. But it's going to be so spectacular that what's happening, and we're all going to be able to get together, and get to know one another better, like family, friends, and family. And that's so powerful, because when you're looking to win big, you want to have a good team around you that's close to you, that's rubbing shoulders with you, and you all are looking kind of the same direction, facing the same challenges, and encouraging each other, and celebrating each other, and then laying that spread out to the rest of the team. And that's going to be you. Wherever you're at right now, you'll be there as well. And so, but if I just look down here quickly, I've got Greg and Manna, I've got Josh and his wife Paula, Chuck and Diane Williams, Brent and Darian and Cassandra, Cheryl and Mike Zink, and Robert and Annette Arsenault, and Stephen and Brittany Swenson, Eddie Baklovic, John Clayton and Marlene, Sandra Holtemeyer, and now Steve. This is awesome. And I've got a 7-bedroom Airbnb right on the beach that we're going to be in, and then this amazing hotel, because we're getting fit everybody in there, that's right down the road, that's just equally as beautiful. And then we're going to be tagged up with basically 100 other folks who hit director, with 5 other SPDs that have made millions in this business, and they're crushing it. And we're going to come back and spread that fire and that love and that ability back to everybody here and in the team to be able to take you to the next level and get you to the Believe convention on the 18th and 19th of July. And so, and I love what Manna said, and that you can't grow unless you go. I love that. And being the good Christian I am, I'm going to steal that one from you, Manna. And I just had to just let you know, because it's too much of an awesome event that's coming up here in a few days, just to recapture it, just to reshare it, and look forward to celebrating it. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot to share after we come back from it. And that's going to help you, everybody in this call who didn't have time to make it there, but would next time. It's going to be awesome. But thanks, and great job once again, Greg and Manna. And I'll let you turn it back open to open up Q&A and to close it out and to go from there.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Ken, for sharing that. And thank you, Josh, also, because that is that's very important for all these different things that we talk about. Our whole goal is to help you guys grow. So again, we want to open this up because, again, we have people that might have some questions about the onboarding, questions about the system we use, everything else with the pro system. This is a great opportunity. If you've got to go, please jump off. If you're available and you say, hey, I got some questions, please stay on here. So does anybody, and you can always, I would say there's a thing on here. If you actually raise your hand like this, eventually the thing will actually show up as a hand raise, or you can go and actually put in under reactions and it'll say raise your hand, and you can put your hand up, and I'll lower my hand now. But if does anybody have any questions or wants to raise their hand or say anything specifically about what we shared tonight, or any questions in general, specifically about what we talked about tonight with onboarding and things like that, besides, hey, I want to go to the Punta Cana. So Sandra, I see you unmuting yourself. Did you have a question about anything?
I do have a question, two questions actually. One about Punta Cana. The points are one way to earn the trip, but also qualifying as senior director and maintaining that for 6 weeks. That's another way to, right? You don't have to do both.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. And then second question, one of my team members brought up today, some people aren't comfortable giving us their credit card information and letting us input their, when they're signing up as a brand partner. So I know we can send them a link through that app you were mentioning on that onboarding website. I've struggled with that. Is there an easier way to do that? Like, you can't pick the patches for people and set their auto ship. So do you have any advice on that?
Yeah. So again, just one thing we do also, 9 out of 10 times, we'll basically go through the information with them. And sometimes I will walk them through that. And while I did that today, we had someone that got signed up today. While they're on there, I walked them through doing it themselves, putting their own credit card information in and everything else. So that always helps. You can always send them actually the link basically to what's called the, what they call that again? What the different patches, the different packets, what do they call it again? The packs. It's basically, I forgot what it's called.
The kits?
Yeah, the kit. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can send someone, you can go to your
enrollment. Okay.
enrollment
Yeah,
packs.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually go in and actually click on basically you sign, but they don't even have to sign, you go to your personal website and go to the enrollment packs, and then you can send them that link. Then you want to instruct which pack to do whatever. The challenge with that is that they'll have the bronze in there, they'll have the platinum in there, and we talk about silver, gold. You want to say, hey, when you get into there, just click on the gold, click on the diamond, whatever it is. So whatever you've talked to them about, and then I'm usually on the phone with them because sometimes they get stuck on a couple of things. But if you send out a link, what we've seen many times, we send out a link, and then you say, okay, they haven't registered. Then the next day you're like, hey, did you get a chance to get that done yet? I'm going to do that later today. And then it turns into a day, a week, or whatever. Next thing you know, you become a pest. Yeah. I always tell people, I said, I'm a professional at pest. Let's set up a time. When do you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so we can basically get you to do that, if that makes sense. We don't have problems getting credit cards. I mean, Lily, 99. I mean, if you think it's a problem, it becomes a problem. If you're like, hey, just let me get your details, no big deal. You know? So.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I would add that, Sandra, is that initially when I was fearful about getting credit cards, and I got a problem with credit cards, when I gained confidence and in my level of expectation and belief, it's like the law of attraction. It's like they'll give you credit, they'll give the credit card. Yeah. And so and as your confidence is greater, believe it or not, and there is a rare occasion you're going to run somebody that just doesn't want it, but I sponsored 180 people, and I can't remember in the last 100 people that I've had someone say no. You know, and these are people that I don't even know. I'm saying, like, I met on the plane, and before we landed, we signed as a gold, type of thing.
Yeah. And the last thing is you just lead them, say, hey, let me get you on board, or let me get you started. It's very simple. Let me get your order done. And I just start doing it. Sometimes people are using the form, and if they use a form, people may not want to write it down on the form. Then we can say, hey, tell you what, I got this information here. When's a good time to give you a call? I'll get the credit card details over the phone and do it from there. So that's what you can do.
People almost never sign up on their own within reason, and so you want to be with them. So set a time to be with them. If you're not going to be with them, say, listen, it's a good time. And you want to let them know, hey, listen, it gets a little sketchy and you want to make this super fast, don't you? Yeah, so let's just do it together, and I'll help breeze you through it so you don't get tripped up, because you can get tripped up on this. And if you just let them know that, and they can actually, then it makes it easier for them to want to be with you and say, hey, it's only taking 5-10 minutes tops. And are you good now? Can we just do that now because I'm ready? You know, type of thing. And I'll send you the link, and you can just open it up, and then you'll show you. I'll go from there.
Okay,
questions
great.
there.
I didn't know you could send
And
the
what you
link
do
from the
is you actually-
website. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what you know is one way to do it is you can actually, when you go into your website, before you sign into your back office, first thing you come to is a thing that says join. And when you do that, it will take you immediately to the enrollment packs. And then you copy and paste at the very top, that longer, it will say like enrollment. You'll see it's, lifewave.com / your name, whatever. And then it will have enrollment packs or something in it. You copy and paste that whole thing, and then you can send that to them, either email or text it to them.
Yep.
And, if you open it from your phone, you text from your phone, or you email from your, and then once they open that up, it's going to go right to that enrollment page. So once again, you do that, then you're going to be good to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and one thing just to clarify on that too, make sure you're on your personal website first. So you got to make sure it's going to be lifewave.com / whatever it is that yours is. Then you go click join, because if you don't do that, otherwise someone else will be signed up. You don't want that to happen. You can always get that corrected. But so Stephen's got a question. So Stephen, if you raise your hand, so yes.
Hey everybody, good evening. I just want to
Hey.
add on kind of like what you guys are talking about with Ken. That's a good way to control what leg she's going to, or whatever the new enrollee is as well. Like what Ken was talking about, once you paste that URL, you can control exactly what leg. And if we need to expand upon that as well, we can, if she had another follow-up question. But that's something a lot of people forget about, because they might then have to go and switch what leg they end up later on.
Yeah, I mean, you have up to 5 days to basically move the person, but if you have someone sign up underneath that another person, it's a lot more
becomes a
difficult.
problem.
So you want to put them on the right place at the where you're putting them on the right or the left. And if you have questions about that, we can cover that too. So, but great question, Sandra. Thank you so much. And I'm glad someone made the captions go to language to English. Anyway, so any other questions? Does anybody else have anything else? Because we would definitely want to be cognizant of your time.
Yeah.
If you got to go, you got to go. But if anybody's got other questions, we want to answer these now, because those are great questions. I know a lot of people probably have the same questions regarding that. So.
No one has a question. I want to share a little bonus with everybody. And I found
Bonus round with Kinberg.
Yeah,
Sorry.
bonus round. Okay, listen. So we're going to help you get the Punta Cana, right? We want to help you build this business. It's interesting. I've been doing this thing 20 months. And one thing recently I just discovered, and there's multiple ways by which we share the past with people, right? And so when we're up and particularly in public, I found has been really amazing to me. It's just, if someone's willing to wear the patch, I'll share one patch with them right then. So like I put a patch on the back of somebody's neck at their office today. And it's interesting, if I do that with like 10 people, 3 to 4 the next day say, hey, for some reason I slept better, or I felt better, I needed her, this and her. And it makes it so much easier, because now that the work has been done. And now it's, you say, okay, well, here, let me show you how you can get, you want to get signed up to get, some patches and go from there. So that has been really fascinating to me. And the reason why I didn't do that initially is because me and my wife took 2.5, 3 weeks for us to feel anything. So I just figured I didn't want to go through people not feeling something. But what happened, I was robbing myself from the opportunity just to get one patch on somebody. And what I tell them is, hey, listen, I'm not expecting you to feel anything on one patch, but I want to just show you how easy it is to wear this technology. So just take it off when you go to bed tonight. And it may be 5 p.m. in the evening when I'm putting the patch on somebody. And the next morning they'll say, hey, Ken, you're not going to believe this. I say, what? Try me. And so I just want to give you all encouragement. If you're not already just, and I don't give a patch to somebody who will not wear a patch. Not going to happen. Well, can you do more research? I say, okay, I'll take the patch back, and do the research. And when you're ready, we'll help you get signed up. So give that a, prayer about that. And I always encourage people, if you have a faith in God, to pray, ask God for divine appointments. And it's amazing how some of these organic conversations will happen, and how easy someone will say, yeah, put that thing on me. So, so that's just food for thought. They just roll the numbers out. Just watch for every 10 people that you patch and see how many people you actually get signed up. I think I've got 4 people in the last couple of weeks, from diamonds to silvers to golds. actually, I'm trying to help a lot of you go to the SPD. You know what I'm saying? So, and period.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, because we saw that demonstrated right there, actually, going to St. Louis, which is pretty amazing. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So awesome.
So I think we're kind of done.
Yep,
right?
we're done. Yeah, so now we're basically done. So again, I'm going to actually then take this recording, post it up on the YouTube channel, send it to the different leaders. So if you need to watch this again, learn more about this, or say, hey, I want to share this with other people, definitely do that who couldn't make it tonight. But congratulations to all the new managers, the new directors, soon to be senior directors and
Yeah.
above, going to actually Punta Cana with us. Because like I said, we got to do it the hard way. We got to earn the points, which is really easy if you understand it. So that's one thing you got to understand, is once you know how to do that. And that's the one thing that, once again, if you got any questions on that, get together with your leaders and they'll talk more about that. And then Josh may have some shirts for you too, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah, and that's a great point. We have to go earn the points, right?
Yes.
So we're going to be running this thing. We don't get it because now we're senior presidents or whatever, executive. No, we got to do the work too, the same work everybody else is going to be doing. And so we're all running together. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to crush it. And our organization will probably have at least 150, 200 people there. I put money on it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. Awesome. Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tonight. Again, if you got any other questions outside of here, think of something tomorrow, whatever, get together with leaders. We're here to answer questions. Once again, we have an awesome, phenomenal team. So Ken, thank you for putting this team meeting together on Tuesdays. Josh, thank you for your leadership. Chuck, everybody who's working with us on this. We appreciate you guys. God bless you guys. Have an amazing night. And then we'll be seeing you next Tuesday. Between now and then, keep breaking managers, keep helping people, keep blessing people. And again, it's going to be an amazing week. So we'll see a lot of you actually in 2 days, 2 and 2. So it's gonna be awesome. Bless you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nice hat, Josh.
Hey,
Bye.
how?
Thanks. Bless you guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Ellen.
Oh, thank you. Didn't know
Glad
whether
you
you noticed me or not.
Absolutely.
You
Yes, we
did.
did. Absolutely. Great to see you.
Out here in my garage office.
Well, there you go. Good.
Okay, good.
Hope I gotta stop recording this. That'd be kind of a good thing too. So awesome. Bless you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.